Are we live? Yes, we are live. Are we live? Yes, we are live. That's great. Okay. So, hello guys. This is Tasso, and today we are on part 2 of Vampyr. So, we live. Hi, Captain Rumia. Okay. So last time we started this game. Oh god, my microphone is really loud. Let me fix that for a sec. Minus. Hopefully that works. Hello, hello. Okay. Anyway, so last time we started this game. We played Jonathan, who kind of woke up as a vampire and killed his sister. So that was fun. And then we had basically I think we just went through like basically the beginning part of the game. So got the first boss, combat stuff, and then now we are going to work at the hospital. Convenient hospital with a convenient position where we can conveniently have a dual life. But yeah, okay, anyway, enough chit chat, let's start. I'm so excited to come back to this again. It's only been like a day, but it feels so long. But at least today it can be a full 3-hour stream. Okay, there we go. Forgot I need to raise my brightness again. Okay. So last time we were still talking to everyone, which I still haven't finished doing yet. Let me know if the audio of the game and stuff is too soft to hear.
But the suffering continues.
Because yeah, like I went to replay my the stream yesterday, and like the audio seemed a little off, seemed a little too soft. So like just let me know if I need to switch it up or not. I don't even know who I was talking to.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you.
There we go.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Okay, Captain Rumia.
Mortimer Goswick.
Like, I think there's like no like audio issues per se, but like, I felt like the game audio was a bit too soft, and my voice was like really loud. So yeah, just.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
I'm alright.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't
Well, he's not
hesitate to
particularly
contact
helpful.
me if you need any help.
I'm alright.
Where's the mom? Okay, the mom is there. There we go. It's the one
Good evening,
we left it off here.
How is my son doing?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
More ambitious about their future than our families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Wow. Okay, Beatrice.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of
the
the
subtitles different from the voice.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reid. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Hidden, required everywhere.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
How many people am I still missing? See, there's still 4 more people in this hospital. I guess I could eat that guy already. Oh my god! But
Blundering idiot.
yeah.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
Goodbye, Dr.
Good evening, sir.
Am I missing anyone?
Never could keep anything from her.
Oh, I can take things here. There we go. Oh god, look at all this.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Look at all that, all those hearts beating. So tempting.
Ghost on every street.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my
Daily
blood boil with
routine.
fever.
Oh, see if there's anything here. Oh, is this glimmering? Yeah. IDFM.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Let's see. Where's the last 4 people I haven't seen
It's
yet?
locked.
Oh, it's locked. Where's the last 4 people I've not seen this hospital yet.
Fear and dis-
What is this hit for anyway? Oh. Public notice. Prevent influenzas. When you cover each cough and sneeze with handkerchief. Walk to work. 3. Do not spit. 4. Drink from your own cup. 5. Avoid crowd. 6. If taken ill, go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth 8 by 16 inches, fold it to make it 8 by 8 inches. Next, Fold this to make it 8 by 4 inches. The cords about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over mouth and nose as shown in the picture, issued by the LLC Board of Health. How to make a face mask. Citra 1915. Oh.
I cannot enter.
I don't know what the head means. Never really said much about that. Oh well. It's just time to go up to my office. Dr. Swansea's nameplate.
Not now.
Not now. Oh, this is a big hospital. I mean, not surprising, but still. Use hacksaw. Oh boy. That sounds way better than a machete. Hideout. You found a new hideout because
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes.
Oh, this is where
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
This is my office.
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
I won't be sleeping in a coffin. Okay, wait, let me go out. So that's my office. Oh look, that's my nameplate. Dr. Reid. Reid.
It's locked, all right.
Dr. Trippett, Dr. Strickland, Dr. Aykroyd. Let's see. It'll take me a bit time to get used to the layout here, I think. Where does this go? Nowhere. Okay. Continue. It's locked. Does this go anywhere? Nope. Okay, time to go to bed, I guess. Let's go to bed. And finally move on. There's
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Whoa. Okay. Oh boy, there's a lot to read. Article on icons. Icons? There we go. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally discovered over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampire, or econ as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot they have the keener senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitators. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one, the possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to retain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. They can't die of hunger or thirst. Then what happened to Becky? This need for blood may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in the room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications. It is almost a beggar's belief. Oh yeah, this is the thing I got because I pre-ordered the game. I mean, technically, I guess I could. Next week 10. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna use the hacksaw. Oh, yeah, this one then. There we go. Wait, why are you suddenly loading? What did I do? All I did was to change my weapons. Oh, okay. I changed my outfit too. I don't really like this outfit. Can I like not have this outfit? It's okay, Akane. Watch what you want. Oh, wait. I'm still wearing the same outfit. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. This is where I can not have that outfit. I prefer this classy outfit. It's much better. Okay, so that means I can't have the Dragon Bane. Oh. There we go. There's my stash. There's the bit. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Let's look at this. How do I get water for the plant? That's what I want to know.
The flower is dying. It needs water.
Let me get water. Workbench can craft medical treatments to heal such citizens, serums to boost yourself, weapon upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. You first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the to analyze components. Okay. Analyze. Serums. Light regeneration serum. Regenerate 300 health points instantly and then 150 health points over 15 seconds. Glass vial, watery, sturdy blood sample, ferrostatate, sodium hydroxide solution. Okay. Okay, Captain Romeo. Come to reviews. Alright, there we go. Common handle part net plate.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Oh, I want to water the plant. How do I do that? Dr. Swansea's message. There we go. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the 2nd floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your own experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured, I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal. Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. Oh, okay, I can't think. I mean, you want to watch DFM stream, it's fine. I just really want to play this game. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I have discovered about econ in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Well, I guess we always could, but... I want to water the plant. Let me water the plant. Yes. Alright, let's go to sleep. Okay. Shadow mist. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. Blood spear, aggressive. The vampire wields their blood and throws it like a sphere. This power can take time to charge, but is deadly effective at medium to long range. It is powerful, supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. If you cannot avoid the bloodsucker's attack, just try to keep your mouth closed. Welcome back, Captain Romeo. Let's see. Increase my health, increase my prowess. Biting. Increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. Increase your blood capacity. Science. I think I'll do this. Increase my bite. There we go. I'll do level 2. Corey isn't here, I think. I don't see Corey anyway. And increase the bite damage. There we go. Maybe I could have used that, but oh well. Ooh, I can do that now. Tactical. No, this is ultimate. 500. Defensive. Making them defenseless. Create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. These are all good. Nope. Confirm. There we go. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? The flower's dying. It needs water. Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay, so we gotta open that thing, but before that, I wonder if we can start doing those side quests. Can I talk to you, Dr. Swansea?
Not now.
Still not now? Okay, fine. Let's see if I can find anyone new. And here, ooh, there's things. Small bottle. Oh, okay.
Skal voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody. It's locked.
How do I enter then? Yeah. Oh shit. I didn't mean to. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. Ah! Okay, I'm not paying attention. Let's do that again. This is going to be like a rolling gag now. I die at least once per stream. Oh, it's tight. They're tight together. Okay, let me change it then. Oops. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon. No wonder. Okay. Change that to my hacksaw. And this will be my stick. There we go. That makes more sense now.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, there we go.
I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You're right. When dealing with such a terrible disease, one must remain humble. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't try our best.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Oh boy. Pin required.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
See you again.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reid.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
Oh
I'm
boy.
sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Oh boy.
Goodbye, Milton.
Oh, there's still like 3 people I haven't met yet.
It's safer here than anywhere else.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reid, any good news to share?
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen
to. Let's see. Nope.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Much talking. Let's try to do that quest again without me dying horribly this time.
You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Oh god, that awkward animation.
Oh, sweet girl. So many deaths.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids.
Didn't we just go through? Didn't we go through this last time?
Tell me about the doctor.
Strickland,
what do you mean?
I often had...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her. So many deaths.
Oh, citizen. Fatigue. More fatigue. Here's the pillar.
And still more coming. I'm alright. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid.
This is a new guy.
I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reid? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
I'm not over.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
I am a help. Don't be so rude.
Mine. Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Wow, he's an angry man.
Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Yeah, I mean, he is Dr. Reid. I mean, Reid. Jonathan does like to research and stuff. So I think it will be.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reid.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Oh boy.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay. I'm missing 2 more people. I wonder who they are.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Let's see. Oh, there's still 3 people. Man. Where are all of them?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Court medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife.
I cannot enter.
Oh, who's that talking? Whoa. Crumpled letter. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now, it's getting better before I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay it. I refused to pay first, and I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard, despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks. I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love, Nicolai. Oh, but he's dead. Oh, here you go. I've not seen you before.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here
oh
a few
boy.
months ago.
Oh boy.
You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be
awkward.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Rakesh is a really interesting individual.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Opium. And an enigmatic formula. Okay. I think I'll save money to buy that formula. Hideout. Merchant. Okay, let me actually go do the thing without dying horribly this time. Oh crap. Ah. Photography in the wallet. A photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Milton and Pippa are related.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
Okay.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
These people... Oh, unknown. There we go. I should have used this earlier.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
It's locked.
It's locked. How do I go in there then?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still...
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
Oh.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Oh boy.
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see this city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
Goodbye, Milton.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Callaghan fellow.
Let's talk to Pippa.
Not of my own life.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reid. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Yeah. I don't know what to feel about you cheating people, though.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Where's Milton? There we go. I mean, I could totally eat this too, because I don't really care. I don't know. I'll think about it a bit more after I try to learn about everything about them. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing and spread influenza. Spread by droplet spray from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Where are you? I can't... You're like hidden behind here. Why?
I cannot enter.
Oh well. Oh. Hey, it's Clay.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reid. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all I like that.
Clay, please.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reid. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has a point.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
This is like clear at his worst.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
I almost ate you.
The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother.
Recently had to kill his brother. Casually murdered his brother.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reid. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, got the room, yeah.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
Prepare to die soon, I will eat you.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys.
Wet Boot
One
Boys.
day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Pin lock. After his recovery.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Oh. Walking backwards. Who are you?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Mutant Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking
the two choices were Wet Boot Boys and the Yang Cave, yep.
Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reid.
Is he like, he's still within the hospital.
It's locked.
Yeah, I figured that much. It's cool. Like, I mean, yeah, but never really like, heard that name before being used. Also, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of talking in this stream today, I guess. I hope. Oh nom 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 nom. Yeah. Oh.
Turn around, sir.
Well, that's level 13. I'm definitely not going there.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Did you hear me? It's a leech! Kill it! Shit! He's being bitten! Eat this! Over there! There's one of them vermin! Fuck, it's fast!
The powder is really dangerous. Get a lot of stuff. Yeah, musophobia. Okay, I wonder where. Hideout. There's the docks. There's the hospital.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
There's the hospital. Oh, official health warning. Okay, I think I saw that before. Oops. There's a lot of like exploring and wandering around.
It's locked, all right.
Much biting. Whoa. Let's see. Ooh, serious. That's bad. Oh, poor lady. Oh, I think I'm like wandering far away from where I'm supposed to be. What chapel? This is West End. Where do I see the investigations? There we go. Someone how to do celebration, the woman. Track, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Did I go off in the wrong direction? I need to go like higher or something. Yeah, I think I need to go higher somehow. But how? I can't climb walls. I'm not an assassin. Will I even go up there? That's the next question. Yeah, I've killed many rats. We only come up here. Yeah, I know, right, Captain Romeo? Oh, there's people up there. How do I go up there? Oh, wait, is this? Yeah, I found the way.
This one.
I don't think there's a jump ability. I don't think there's a jump ability in this game as well. I don't know. There we go. They did. And I'll take this. There we go, survey mission. Object vampire activity, hospital survey, investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits. I think just the two of you right now, but I don't know. I don't keep track of who's watching it, honestly. Our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us, and we will decide what action should be taken. Local command post. Yeah. There doesn't seem to be a jump ability in this game. It's like this way. Oh boy. He's 18 though. That's definitely not a good sign. Casually go away.
If you spot one, fire.
Very casually go away. This is definitely not a place I should be in right now. Hello.
See them fancy clothes?
Ah. Oh boy. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, come on.
Doesn't like burning, does it?
Oh, oh. Crap. That was a mistake. Curfew. Sounds a lot like wow. Oh shit. Oh, ow. Wow, that was vicious. I'm obviously way too under level for it, but I want to do that side quest. There we go. Oh. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I totally avoided that attack. Christ. I just want to do this side quest. Why are you making it so hard for me to do it? Oh god, shit.
Doesn't like flying, does it? Fucking monster!
Oh shit. God. Are we back? Are we back? Let me know if I'm back. Just seems to be back right now. Okay. Yeah, okay. My laptop. I think my laptop just hang. It didn't even blue screen on me, just hang and refused to work. So I had to force restart my laptop. So, and hopefully it should be better now. God, I really need to look into what's going on here. But oh well. Way back. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps crashing like this. It's so weird. I wish I knew what's going on. Like, is it like 2 GPU intense or something? Although my laptop isn't really that hot at all. Like Overwatch makes it hotter. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, okay. Abandoned investment property. Oh, never even come out from here. Citizen safe. Careful that endangered citizen may not survive the next night. Go check on him. A new citizen investigation is available. Citizen investigations are displayed here, categorized by districts. You can start a new citizen's quest by tracking it with X and then access your map.
This is despicable.
Well, there's that of people, Jonathan. You make the choice. Oh shit. Ah, okay, that was a mess. I need to get good at this game.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
You okay, dude?
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
The savages. Yeah, you rescue a citizen who will return to the district the following night. Coal. Oh, I saw something flashing. There we go. I did a thing. Let me go. Oh crap. Well, at least I saved the dude. Let's just exit.
If you spot one, fire.
No investigations. shit. Oh crap. Guess I should really drink someone's blood eventually.
This is no place for you, sir. I said go back home. This one's mine.
Good thing there's no bloody jump.
Bloody monster!
Oh, come on. Oh, that charge attack though, it's really annoying.
Turn around. See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
Oh, come on.
You're mine.
Oh, crap. I want to do this side quest. I should really stop soon, I guess. I'm not really making any progress at this rate.
This is no place. Watch yourselves. There's one of them.
Crap, I'm trapped. Ugh. Crap.
You're mine, vermin.
Shit, shit, shit. Why can't I eat him? God damn it.
Watch out for that hand. Mine.
Crap. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh god, it was close. It was very close. But I did it. Something shining here. There we go. Let's just do the report. Okay.
Sir, no civilians allowed.
Well,
You twat!
goodbye. Oh god, it's not here.
I'll send you back in a fucking grave!
Oh, I died. Still more enemies. Why? Okay, I think let me actually progress this game. God, so annoying though. And they respawn as well.
Turn around, sir.
I'm turning around. I'm leaving. Okay, let's see what else can I do, I guess. Let's go to the pharmacy.
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
Poplar foul bark.
Leech spotted!
Whew. Whoa, it's a boss. Oh, come on. Oh, ow. Oh, there's suddenly a boss in the middle of nowhere. Oh wait, that's clay.
I cannot enter.
Don't come closer, sir. Last warning, sir. It's one of them.
Oh, why is suddenly more people? Oh, okay. They ran off. Oh, come on. Okay, definitely can't do that either. Why are all these side quests already so hard? I just started the game. Okay.
I have
Go back home, idiot.
thirst for blood.
Okay, wrong direction. much money do I have? I don't know if I can buy that. Okay. Let's do this side quest. Let's do this main story thing. Find ferrous tartite, queen, sodium hypochlorite. Here's a fancy room. Oh, we go out. Okay. Not this way.
It's locked.
Buy a key for the morgue basement. Yeah. Although I'm not like I'm like really focused on
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
R.I.P. all these dead people.
It's locked, all right. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
To the basement, where nothing spooky ever happens. Okay, head down to the basement now. Whoa, someone was there, but they vanished. Finally, for once, we have an unlocked door.
These skals feed from corpses in the husks of animals. Hands of blood.
I sense like a boss fight coming up or something. Oh wow, poor dude. Death report. Silver corner. Male. Fisherman. Natural. Fast progressive pneumonia by virus-induced pulmonary consolidation threat. Spanish influenza. Tippets and Brannigan.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
You acquire a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it, press Y to directly absorb blood.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Oh. Oh gosh. Crap. Oh, come on. Oh, crap. I screwed up. Oh god, I need to redo this entire part again. That's annoying. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh gosh. These battles are hard.
It's locked.
Come on. Maybe it would just be busy as well. Oh. He makes a like he's doing a lot of shadow clones. Oh crap. Oh come on. Oh. I'm so bad at God. I'm not good at this kind of combat. Can I use like items? Which is a game that I'm also not good at. I definitely can't, like, I definitely have to eat somebody at this rate. It's kind of annoying that to keep redoing all of this over and over again after I die. Yeah, I guess it's something like that. But yeah, I definitely have to like embrace somebody if I want to continue playing this game. Because I'm really, really bad. Yeah, go get food. Oh, come on. Crap, out of stamina. Crap. Oh, come on. That's just... Oh my gosh. I need to... So annoying. I almost got him as well. That's the most annoying part. Oh, I thought it was dead. God damn it. Let's try this again. Oh boy. The pillars keep blocking my way, so annoying. God damn it. Blood. Oh crap. Oh, so annoying. Like his annoying shadow clone attack thing keeps throwing me off. We'll switch to like a gun, I suppose. God, I am so bad at this game. Will I be able to defeat this boss before the 3 hours are up? Tune in to find out. Yeah, like that attack. That's the one that always gets me. See? That attack always bloody gets me from nowhere. So annoying. Finally. Oh.
These skals can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Mood, Jonathan. Very big mood.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Oh. Aluminium, increase stun or increase handling. Oh, okay, use both. Never mind. There we go. Treatments. Cure for cold. Light regeneration serum. Light blood serum. Okay, I can carry 2 of each time, so that's fine. Treatment for cold. Okay. There we go. Back up we go, finally. Welcome back, Captain Romeo. Well, all of you back here. At least I finally made some progress in this game. Yeah, I wanted to talk with... talk with the person who had the note, buy the note from him.
I cannot enter.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Sweet girl.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
They like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls? When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Diseases decrease the blood quality of the system. Use the correct medicine to heal them. Speak to the patient in the room behind the door. Check his medical status.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
But in the circumstances,
Yes, RB, check medical status of the season. Healing season will offer increased blood quality and reward you XP to help status of the season will also improve.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reid, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reid. It's my mother.
How painful is your throat, mister?
So painful,
I have to go now.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Gott.
It was like an
You
unknown.
always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me,
good evening, sir.
Remember, Citizen's Blood to provide you with a massive EXP boost. Look for citizens of your mesmerized level below and choose wisely. Oh boy. Who is this unknown dude? Oh, I can't talk to him.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr.
Of course.
Recovering.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Vampires can't move chairs or just step around them. Yeah, I know, right? Where's the morgue guy? Maybe it's just Dr. Reid. Maybe. Okay, it's like one round around.
It's locked, all right.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course.
Oh wait, the note is no longer here. No. Sadness. Alright, this is my place.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
How do I get water? That's what I want to know. You know there was this. Find out the cause of death.
See you again.
Why did you go into the morgue again or something? Okay, let's go talk with the Dr. Swansea first. Whoa. Come up here. Doesn't do me anything though.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous
He's really
turn of
into
events.
this.
The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a living paradox.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I mean, it's hard to find this amusing, I suppose, if you're in that situation.
Thank you. But I'd rather you didn't speak so lightly about my condition. There's nothing I find amusing about this situation.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in. Rare species of vampires.
As scholar and exegete of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklore into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of immortals, based on what we know and what we gathered through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was the vernacular term what we had learned to call econ, until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Vukols were a lupine type of vampire. We considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakasha from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangshi or the Pichun of southern Chile? And without even leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes seen flying around St. James Church in Louvre? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies, which tried to destroy London in 1666 by spreading plague all around the city? What about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British econs as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed amongst the mortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we can never be too sure of what we could find. If only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. Dear Dr. Swansea, I'll be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's open. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war and I'll be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being as physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured, I will do my best to fully perform this new ability to the best of my ability. Considering the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experiences and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Ooh, so it's not really a doctor, I suppose. Warning letter. Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Theodore Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arms not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Did I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
The man we pursued and slew in the canning factory, William Bishop, I believe, was he a vampire?
He was a skal, technically speaking. The debate rages as to their classification. Some think them a subspecies of vampire, others something else.
Just for clarity, what differences are there between myself and a skal?
A skal is easier to eliminate, Jonathan, even if they remain formidable foes for the unprepared. Vampires... Now, vampires exist beyond the mortal realm.
How do skals come into existence?
The name means slave. The etymology may indicate that they are a lesser species of vampire. From what I know, vampires tend to despise them.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, and blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
You mentioned something about a secret society. A brotherhood, if I recall. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. I've been a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole for several years. We are pledged to monitor and report vampire activity in England as impartial scientific observers.
That explains your nightly wanderings about the docks and the questions you ask.
I feel it wasn't mere coincidence that led us to that part of town. There was something as yet unseen that set those chain of events in motion.
Yet you don't fear me. And still, you know the monster that lurks beneath the civilized surface.
The Brotherhood has studied your kind for centuries. We believe you are as supernatural as a lion is to a gazelle.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Where do we stand today?
Oh, to be honest, we cope on a day-to-day basis. The first wave of the Spanish flu last summer took us by surprise. We lack many of the basic necessities needed.
What do you expect of me?
What we need is hope. You were a soldier. This is a war. This white coat's still a uniform. We fight to help the poor, the sick of the East End, the forgotten.
Since I'm the one...
Well, for me...
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reid.
Have you heard about any blackmail going on in this hospital?
Blackmail? Nonsense.
Thank you for your... Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reid. Can I be of any help?
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Oh boy.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Dr. Reid, may I help you?
What can you tell me about the epidemic, Nurse Crane? I've been out of touch since I've come back to England.
Everyday folk don't know how bad it is. The papers certainly won't tell them. Not as long as the war is raging on, anyway.
News on the front stated that the Spanish flu was under control, at least in Britain.
It seemed to be for a while, but that was only last summer. It returned with a vengeance just over a month ago.
What can you tell me about our patients here at Pembroke?
This hospital was founded to help the East End poor and needy. But since the war and the quarantine, we've had all manner of folk.
Can you be more specific?
Well, veterans, the elderly, dock workers. We even have a few mental patients. If there's space, we take them.
Well, Dr. Swansea certainly has confidence in your abilities. Are you in charge of the nursing staff?
Not in an official capacity, but the Pembroke doesn't always work above board, so to speak.
How is the duty roster organized?
Everybody works until they can't. If there's time, they'll eat a meal and shed a silent tear.
What about medical protocols?
Dr. Reid, we don't have the money and resources here at the Pembroke like they do in the West End. We do what we can.
For how long have you been working here, Nurse Crane?
I first volunteered at the Pembroke in 1911, a few months after Dr. Swansea was appointed.
And before you arrived here?
If you must know, this was my first job.
I'll see you later, Nurse Crane.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. Any news about my operation?
Have you heard talk of any blackmail here at the hospital?
No, nothing.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Nice, sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you heard rumors of blackmail going on in this hospital?
Dr. Reid, are you trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just curious.
Well, go be curious somewhere else, please.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening.
I'm okay.
Have you heard?
No.
I have to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Never could keep anything from her.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm. rich, vibrant blood.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reid.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reid. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reid.
Have you heard rumors of underhand dealings in the hospital?
If you want to know what's going on here, you better talk to Miss Jones. She knows everything. Especially what she shouldn't.
Jones, huh?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Who's Jones again?
Hello again, Dr. Reid. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked, all right.
And what of my own life?
Horrifying epidemic.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reid.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk.
I knew the woman from the bar.
Here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah.
You seem surprised.
Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Yeah.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin dropped here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reid. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Well. I think we should stop here for now. It's definitely well over 3 hours. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, we're done for today. That was a long stream. Some progress at the end after a lot of floundering around. Hopefully I'll flounder less as we go on. But yeah. Yeah, thanks guys for coming up to watch it. And again, you know, sorry for the crash and everything. I really should try and figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, I mean, what to say? Yeah, like I don't know. The Dark Souls style combat is a bit frustrating. Cause like, I mean, I avoided Dark Souls for that same reason, but I guess I'll try make do with it. Yeah, thanks Akane for coming by. But yeah. I guess I think it's just a matter of getting used to it, I guess, and getting more skills, and actually probably finally embrace somebody. But that's for later, I guess. But yeah, anyway, tomorrow noon again, same time, and continue more. Hopefully more progress, etc., etc. But yeah, okay, thanks for coming, guys. Maybe you could have the room here. Yeah, hopefully I'll get good as I play more of this. That's all I hope for. Okay, alright. Enough chatting. It's almost 3.5 hour stream. It's a long one. So yeah, okay. See you guys. Bye.